Hello guys, if you look at the animal kingdom, the lion is not the largest creature in the jungle, nor is it the strongest, the heaviest, or the most intelligent. The elephant is massive, the rhino is incredibly powerful, the hippo weighs significantly more, and the hyena is exceptionally cunning. Yet, when the lion walks through the tall grass, every single animal in the vicinity shifts their posture, feels a wave of instinctual fear, and respects the space he occupies. You have to ask yourself why an animal that is outmatched in physical size and raw power by so many others still commands the entire ecosystem. The answer is not found in his physical attributes, it is found entirely within his mind. The lion operates on an entirely different psychological frequency, a fierce and uncompromising state of mind known as the lion mentality. Most people walk through their lives acting like the sheep or the gazelle, constantly looking around for approval, terrified of making a mistake, and running away the moment they sense a little bit of friction or judgment. They let their environment dictate their value, shrinking themselves so they do not disrupt the peace of the room. If you want to achieve absolute success, break free from your limitations, and dominate your goals in this highly competitive world, you must stop operating like a victim of circumstance and start developing the unshakable mindset of the apex predator. When a lion looks at an elephant, he does not see a giant, insurmountable obstacle that is too big to conquer. His brain processes that massive creature as a meal. The elephant, despite its incredible strength and size, looks at the approaching lion and sees a predator, a threat, and a reason to run. This is the ultimate power of perspective. Your problems, your fears, and the challenges standing between you loungers and your ultimate dreams are exactly like that elephant. If you look at your obstacles with the mind of a sheep, you will immediately feel overwhelmed, you will start making excuses, and you will retreat into your comfort zone where it is safe. But when you adopt the lion mentality, the size of the obstacle no longer matters. You do not care how hard the challenge is, how many people are competing against you, or how low the odds of success are. You only see the objective, and you lock your eyes onto it with absolute tunnel vision. You approach your goals with a cold, calculated certainty that you will hunt them down, no matter how long it takes or how much effort it requires. The true essence of a king is not defined by how loud he roars when things are going perfectly, but by how he carries himself when the hunt is failing and he is facing absolute starvation. Weak individuals are entirely dependent on good circumstances to feel confident. When they have money, when people are praising them, and when everything is smooth, they act tough. But the moment they face a setback, the moment they get rejected, or the moment their plans fall apart, their confidence shatters and they give up. A lion does not change his character based on a bad day. He can go days without a successful hunt, he can be bleeding from fights with rivals, and he can be surrounded by laughing hyenas waiting for him to fail, but he still walks with the same heavy, deliberate grace. He never lowers his head. You must build that exact same internal armor. When you face financial pressure, when your business project fails, or when people doubt your vision, you cannot afford to break down and act like a victim. You must look at the struggle as a necessary part of the process, maintain your composure, and keep moving forward with absolute standard and dignity. Let us talk about the absolute power of controlled silence and isolation. A lion does not waste his precious energy barking at every dog that crosses his path. He does not run around the jungle trying to prove his status to the smaller animals or engaging in pointless drama. He is quiet, observant, and deeply focused. When he moves with a purposeful silence, saving all his energy for the exact moment he decides to strike. In your life, you are likely wasting a massive amount of your mental power by talking too much, trying to explain your dreams to people who do not have the capacity to understand them, and reacting to every piece of criticism. You need to learn the art of the dark room. Stop telling the world what you are going to do, stop seeking validation on social media, and stop arguing with people who do not matter to your future. Disappear into isolation, work tirelessly in the shadows, and let the undeniable scale of your results roar for you. True dominance is quiet because it does not need to prove anything to anyone. Another critical pillar of the lion mentality is total independence and emotional detachment from the crowd. A lion walks alone or he walks with his pride, he never blends into a flock of sheep. The crowd is designed to keep you average. It tells you to play it safe, to fit in, to follow the traditional path, and to avoid taking risks because failure is terrifying. But if you follow the footsteps of the average person, you will inevitably inherit their average anxieties, their average financial struggles, and their average regrets. To rule your reality, you must be entirely comfortable walking alone through the wilderness. You must trust your internal compass more than the collective opinion of 1,000 ordinary minds. When you make a decision to build wealth, to discipline your body, or to master a new skill, you do not ask for permission and you do not look around to see if your friends are approving of your direction. You take absolute ownership of your path, knowing that the price of freedom is the willingness to be misunderstood by the masses. Finally, you must understand that execution is the only thing that truly separates the king from the rest of the jungle. A lion can have the most terrifying presence, but if he refuses to hunt, he will starve to death just like any other animal. The world is full of dreamers who talk about what they want to achieve, people who read endless books on motivation, and individuals who visualize their success all day long but never actually step onto the battlefield. Motivation without immediate, aggressive execution is completely useless. The lion mentality demands that when you see an opportunity, you do not hesitate, you do not overthink, and you do not wait for the perfect conditions. You strike with absolute precision and overwhelming force. You wake up every single day with a hunger that cannot be satisfied by past achievements. You look at your life, you identify your weaknesses, and you aggressively hunt them down until they are completely eliminated. To Dosto, step out into the world today, stop playing small, drop the mindset of the sheep, and unlock the fierce, unstoppable lion mentality that is waiting inside your soul.